So I renamed how I call this place where I write down my thoughts. Alright, even though the title stays the same, my interpretation is very different. Trauma processing! Yay, I have trauma! Yay, guys! Is trauma a good thing? Well, it's up to you. That's the fun part about self-improvement. A lot of shit is up to you. It is not up to you whether you're gonna have trauma or not. It's up to you whether you're gonna process it, right? And no one joined in, obviously. I'm still, surrounded by someone. I don't know, something. But no one really cares to, like, join in on anything. Everyone, like, scared of each other. I mean, and that's interesting. Unless you have 1 million subscribers, then no one's scared of you because you don't fucking exist. Anyone can just type in whatever the fuck sludge they want and feel smart about themselves. I don't know, I hate everyone. Everyone's popular, everyone's stupid, everyone's talking shit, out of their ass. They pretend to be smart. They have been able to sell their philosophy. Fuck, even call themselves the greatest philosophy show on the platform. Because they were never fucking challenged in the first place. Also, he's a narcissist. So it would be very difficult to challenge him. But he was challenged at some point. It's just people didn't fucking notice how much damage Stefan Molyneux actually took in the set, like... It's more like a debate than an interview about, like... Just watch the video. Then you'll understand, okay, what I'm actually talking about. The reality is, popularity and just populism is not gonna tell you who's right and who's wrong. You're always gonna be lagging behind depending on how much you depend on, like, secondary material to tell you who's doing well, who is making correct decisions, right? You will always be lagging behind, and sometimes a confusing thing happens. Bro gets banned from YouTube, and now you have to scramble for what actually happened, right? You have to still, like, process trauma, because, like, that's traumatic experience. Even someone getting banned and now being on a different platform, that's fucking traumatic. Now you have to double check, talk to yourself, and analyze the situation as best as you can. Was it justified? Or was it just fucking stupid, right? Was it not worth it whatsoever to, like, fight back against the system in some fucking ridiculous way, basically? There's actually quite a bit of material, to look at if you want to analyze the situation. And that's what you do. Do you have extra time? Do you have free time, though? No, you have trauma because you're enslaved by the system? Well, good for you. You can process that as well, right? But you still have to have time in the end of the day. You still have to fight for your rights, to breathe, to escape the enslavement, right? To escape survival. You have to stack on top of that. And I already explained that, the survival aspect, how to do it, what are the rules to follow. The most obvious and the most generic rule you can possibly have is survival points. Alright? The money. The way you treat money has to be called survival points. Alright? By definition. Money has no real actual value besides giving you survival. Alright? Providing you survival, because money covers your needs. You have no idea how life actually works because right now, the way it stands, money is linked with all your needs. All the things that your body needs, bro. And you have to take care of that shit yourself, all by yourself. So when we proposed capitalism, we actually proposed freedom. And when we proposed freedom, we said, you're on your own. That's what we actually proposed. You're on your own. And if you haven't felt isolated yet, then you're doing a bad job at being free. Okay, you're not spending your freedom if you're not feeling isolated. Okay, you have to hate what you hate, have to cut off whatever you want. Like, the biggest advice you will get from NPCs, if you don't like, then don't do it. Oh my god. If you don't like a person, then don't talk to them. If you don't like a game, then don't play it. If you don't like the video, then don't watch it. Blah, 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 right? It's the same advice everyone fucking says. If you don't like the country, then leave it. You know, like, for fuck's sake. You will not be able to escape this NPC fucking gurgulation, bro. The most degenerate advice. I mean, at this point, I'm banning people who say this. I literally have to ban people instantly. Just because I've heard it a fucking 1,000 times. This is not an advice if you hear it 1,000 times. It's a fucking cult mentality, right? It's the ism. It's the core ism, basically. The core of capitalism. For some reason, right? It's the core of capitalism, right? Because people wouldn't be fucking repeating this thing over and over again if they didn't felt like doing that. If they didn't felt it was like the most important thing for them, for their fucking religion, basically, of survivalism. Like, if you don't like, don't do it. You know, you just follow your feelings. Your feelings will tell you how to survive. Don't worry about it, right? And it's like, are you this fucking pathetic? You think a person who uploaded 1,000 videos on YouTube is failing to survive? Are you that fucking stupid, right? I'm failing to adopt this principle. What does this principle do? Like, unpack it for me, all right? Do better with it. If you're really so fucking keen on spreading that around as if it fucking means something and it's not a form of bullying, basically, man, I want to know what it looks like unpacked and actually processed, because eventually you're the one causing trauma just by being repetitive, by being an NPC. You're causing other people trauma, right? Because you're just like, this is emotional management. This is not real advice. It's emotional management, guys. It's just a thing you're supposed to, like, even consider. Not even execute, just consider. Don't do things you don't like. I mean, like, wow. Crazy, right? But that's the point. That's how they introduce you to freedom, right? Everyone keeps reminding each other, circle jerking, that freedom exists, right? Now that you can do whatever you like. You can do whatever you like, and you don't have to do whatever you don't like. And if you're doing stuff you don't like, then it's fucking weird. You know, that sort of stuff. Well, there's one thing I don't like doing, is being alone. But hey, there's no way out of this one, unfortunately. There's just no way out of this one. There's some things I don't like, right? There's always going to be some things I don't like. All right, and you cannot just amplify it and gaslight that those things define the entire thing, right? Of like, if I eat apple, I don't like seeds. If you don't like it, then don't eat it. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Now you're just being a fucking retard. Now you're just fucking pissing me off. I'm not yes, when I talk about that I don't like seeds of the apple, I just want to point that shit out. I'm not saying I don't like the entire apple, dude. What the fuck is wrong with you? Where did you get that idea? That your words mean anything? And that's where things get really fucking dark, my friends. This is where things get really dark. Okay? People are noisy as fuck, bro. They even say real words. And their words mean fucking nothing. They're just bullies. They're just causing noise. Their words are not applicable or useful. They're just constantly shoving more trauma down your throat and siding on the opposite camp whenever they, feel like it. Right? Whenever they feel like it, they're just gonna jump on you. It fucking happened on me. Most traumatizing experience that recently happened is apartment leader saying, well, you should get a job, then you would not be so afraid of losing like 10 times the amount of money that you had to invest back in the day, right? Back in the boomer days, right? Now I'm responsible for having a job. Now I am being looked at as the fucking, next generation that has to fucking get a job, right? But the world keeps changing. That's not how it works, right? The job market just fucking also has to change alongside. The way people behave changes. Everything fucking changes, right? And now I can just stay in the room and actually be productive without leaving my fucking room. What changed, right? What fucking changed? Do I need a job anymore? Maybe the world has changed so fucking much, right? You don't actually have to spend energy to go outside to do anything, to touch grass. None of this fucking matters anymore, right? You can just accept isolation because that's what it is. You're gonna be isolated. No one's gonna give a fuck. And that's the end of that. Alright? Because if they actually cared, they would use technology, they would use the new thing, right? They would actually access instead of reading books. If you want me to get a job, not only you have to provide a job, but stop reading books. These people are genuinely mentally ill. Like, the second advice shows up, the second level 2 advice, okay, if someone says they're reading books proudly or read books as an advice, ban those people from your life immediately. They have no fucking idea what they're talking about. They're living in the past, or they're regurgitating information that's already outdated. Holy shit, these people can't keep up with anything. They probably don't have any social media presence, and that's the fucking point, right? What's the point? What's the reading books thing? Fucking explain that to me, right? What do you get from it? I didn't get anything from it. I didn't get shit from it, right? Because you're subject to a book, right? Like, they get to tell you whatever the fuck they want to tell you. The book, basically. When you're watching a video, like, generally, you're not the subject, okay? You're not being bombarded by random information. I think books are fucking slop material, if anything. Like, YouTube material is so high quality, so well produced. Books are fucking slop now. Then people still enjoy fucking using that shit. It's unbelievable the amount of bullshit there is in the world that slows people down and just brain rots them. It's unbelievable. Like, we call internet brain rot. Yes, that exists, and that can be easily avoided, right? And the most important thing, like, let's go back to the first advice, right? If you don't like, don't do it. You can change what you like and what you don't, you can change that. That's very interesting, isn't it? You can change that. You can improve that. You can improve your capacity to like and dislike certain things, right? This is almost something like that has to be cracked in the system. The system has to be cracked of how do we take away people's freedom? Like, they have freedom, we're now wild animals doing whatever the fuck we want. How do we take each other's freedom away? Because this is too much freedom. Everyone's doing whatever the fuck they want. Everything is in total fucking chaos. You know, in total manipulation mode, in total predator mode, right? You're being basically predated on. You know, the algorithm predates on you. It doesn't ask what you like. It doesn't ask what you're supposed to expand on. You just become a fucking fanboy of little faces, and unless you can defend yourself, right? If you can defend yourself, then you don't like those little faces whatsoever. They all fucking stink. If you can defend yourself, if you can process trauma, they're all stinkers. You know, I want to be popular. I want to get money from YouTubes. How about that? Please subscribe. Make my dream come true. My proposition of why freedom has to be abolished is let's process trauma together. All right? This is the major fucking reason why we have to abolish freedom. One of those big traumas that I'm trying to liberate people from are fucking polygons, bro. That's trauma. That is disgusting. Fucking disgusting, dude. I can't believe people are using polygons to do things. Like, it's actually unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. Not only it's impossible to optimize polygons, but you're yet again a fucking subject to someone else's control, and it's like, again, making you go off the rails, making you use like the most unoptimized fucking tech imaginable, and you'll be subject to like optimizing it all by yourself, basically, learning about like the optimization comes afterwards. And even then, you have to be very skillful to even, like, squeeze through the fucking needle hole to fucking fix everything. It's fucking fascinating how we didn't do ray tracing, but okay. The reason why we didn't do ray tracing and the reason why we still have books, it's simpler that way, right? If you want to draw something on the screen, just draw it, you know, just draw the thing. Right? The 2D mentality just translated into 3D mentality. Nothing changed. Right? Ask AI about it. You know, we compartmentalized ourselves. Nothing really changed when going to 3D, like we haven't done much at all. It's the same mentality. We're still just slapping a bunch of polygons on the screen, and that's it. And people actually have to like remove objects so they don't get rendered or some bullshit. Like, it's insane. The things I've seen, bro. And I want people to process the trauma because I found a way out. You know, like, what the fuck? There's always a way out. What I didn't find for my engine is, of course, time. Right? Time. Which is why I need healing. Alright, it's healing time. Rather. Right, or my perception of time has to change. Right, that's the most traumatizing thing right now. I need time, and I need, like, productive time. I have to actually translate it into liberating people, you know, for the future. Right, because it's gonna matter eventually. And most importantly, I have to be in the hurry. Despite all the fucking shit that's happening around me, because people have freedom, and they keep on saying the same fucking thing. If you don't like, then leave. Oh, whoa. Whoa, no, no one's holding me. Yeah, I'll consider your advice. You're banned, though. You're banned. You're banned. What if he said that? What if Stefan Molyneux said that thing, though? That would be bad, isn't it?
The physique you want, how to get the girls you want, and how to go from the victim mindset to the bulldog mindset. That sounds like something that you are.
Whoa, I want to be bulldog. No, I don't. That sounds like degeneracy to me.
Make sure you click the subscribe button.
But 400,000 people said, yes, I want to be the bulldog.
There'll be a link when new videos come out. And take the bulldog quiz to see if you are a bulldog. There'll be a link.
Wow, there's a whole quiz in there of indoctrination. Yes, I do acknowledge this is the dumbest fucking name I've ever heard. And some people just like, yep, give me that one.
Here in the cards.
All right,
also
give me that.
In the description.
This guy looks like a professional human being, guys. I definitely want to be like him.
Okay, so the second one.
I think the whole concept is stupid. The X mindset. Alright, X mindset. You can type in any fucking word in the universe. It's gonna be the dumbest thing ever anyways. So I'm already like skeptical of this guy, just to say the least.
Book.
Then you type in dog and I'm like, yeah, I hate dogs. Why would I adopt a dog mindset? What? But then his entire channel name is just that identity of what he's selling almost. What?
It was a shock to me that he would get banned. That was, let me put it that way. That was Reddit like banned 2,000 subreddits or something like that at the same time. And then YouTube knocked off like 2,000 creators or something like that. And Stefan was one of them. Pose.
It does seem like anti-right sort of purge, I guess. Not to mention the fact that this was like happening before COVID, just before COVID took place. Or was it? Now it's complicated, isn't it? Now it's complicated. Why is everyone speaking up about this? On 2020. Oh, I wonder why people got banned, guys. Oh, I wonder. What's the actual reason that YouTube loves so much? It's fucking obvious. Isn't it? It's obvious now. Like, looking back, it's obvious. More than ever before, dude. But one of the most obvious factors is the government involvement. Government starting getting involved into the internet stuff. And now they're still fucking cooking up bullshit, alright? They're still cooking up bullshit of like the, some kind of ID system they want to do. They want to figure out how old you are on the internet so that you don't mix and match children and adults anymore. But, I mean, first we want like Epstein list to translate into accountability. We would like that shit. First and foremost. Like, because again, it sounds like very ironic of like, we have children on a platform, we have to protect them, but we can't even fucking punish predators in any meaningful ways. So like, what the fuck's the point then? What's the point? Right? First fix the fucking system, then you can go after the internet and try to fucking introduce ID system. But the predators have to go. Because most importantly, the predators could be running the fucking show in the first place. Right? They might just kill their competition. Funny enough. Right? Humanity can definitely derail itself, but it's actually an American problem. It's just, it can become widespread if we don't fucking fix it. This American problem, it has to be at least exposed as much as possible. Then we can fix the damn thing. And we have to be prepared to actually face all the predators who never wanted to leave the world of capitalism and freedom. They still want to do whatever the fuck they want. Again, obvious why Stefan Molyneux got banned, and actually it's not respectable at all. It's just like the Yap channels. The Yap channels got themselves in trouble for obvious reasons. I got myself in trouble for yapping about like masks. I don't like masks, but I have to acknowledge, like, shit, people are getting banned for this shit. I just have to acknowledge. Now, if it was like a massive purge, then there's no time to even react. And you're always like reacting to just like the COVID itself, right? Like you're just constantly yapping, right? And it's almost like, yeah, let them get in trouble, let them feel like they got in trouble. That's just the consequence of COVID, right? To accidentally purge certain creators so they get out of the fucking spotlight, and rightfully so. I feel like this is really fascinating, by the way. Like, bro is on top of the search and actually not getting views whatsoever. That's pretty brutal. Like, again, if you don't have subscribers, you don't have some kind of view capacity. Like, that's fucking weird. The shit you have to accumulate to even be relevant. The amount of subs you have is your view capacity on YouTube to some extent. Unless you're lucky, bro. Holy shit. Or I guess you're uploading a meme.
Citizen journalist.
Well, I do want to be next, to be honest.
James Corbett.
The logic while promoting universally preferable behavior.
Universally preferable behavior. Stefan Molyneux has ascended the first NPC advice, didn't he? I did found him like the NPC overlord, basically. Which is fucking fascinating. But I never really announced it, didn't I? It was some kind of, like, someone was the NPC overlord. And I feel like it was Stefan. Remember, if you don't like, don't do it. Universally preferable behavior? That sounds very similar, actually. But the preferable behavior was supposed to be like a moral system to not do any wrong. And at the same time, the moral system actually is what makes celebrities, right? This is how you craft a celebrity. If you want to craft a celebrity, they have to be moral. They have to be. At least appear moral, right? And their reputation tanks alongside with them doing immoral things. Universally preferable behavior is being popular. Unfortunately, it wasn't NPC. It's about being popular. That's the preferable behavior, because if it's preferable, you get views and attention, right? Right now, currently, preferable behavior, I mean, is Mr. Beast. I should be Mr. Beast because it's preferable, right? I should have explosions in the background right now. Don't quite have them right now, but I'll have them soon. I wasn't ready to be Mr. Beast. I just realized I should, because that's preferable right now. Shit. If you know the saying, laughs who laughs last, right? The only person who's actually in charge, who has the power, is whoever is laughing last. Whoever is outlasting the competition, whoever doesn't go through, like, layer of suicide, basically. You just have to outlast. You have to follow the invisible rules sometimes. You have to outlast all the potentially toxic people who can't shut up, for example. Like, that's a big deal. It's like, that's my job, is to constantly talk. Maybe you can change your job for the time being when there's emergency, right? The funny thing about COVID is, like, if it actually banned all the yappers, it did the right thing, because now it's a competitive space. Now it has to be actually discriminated on, because there's gonna be a lot of people hopping in on YouTube and making yap content, because that's the thing that you do, right? All these Zoom meetings, that get publicized. Like I've seen the Smosh transformation, for example. I feel like they never recovered from COVID. The Smosh guys never recovered. I felt they turned into yappers, basically, and never changed back. But I personally, I'm fighting these motherfuckers, man. I'm learning from them. And when someone gets banned, that's always a good thing. That's the way you process trauma. If someone gets eliminated, it's a good thing for you. Don't worry about it. I don't just fuck around, dude. I don't just fuck around. I define what's going on, right? What am I worried about? Who have recently attacked me? That's part of survival. You get attacked, you have to process that attack. You have to be more prepared and armor up just a little bit. It's almost like all you do in a survival ism, when it's capitalism, when you just have to survive, all you have to do is armor up. Constantly armor up. That's the ultimate strategy. People gonna try and deal damage to you, you just armor up, you plow through it. You survive. And that's all it takes. Usually they just go on to something else because aggressive people are just like feeling very unsuccessful when they cannot get something out of you. Now, armor must not be temporary. It must be permanently placed on your side. There has to be an armor generator. All right? Because people will still see if you are improving or you're going down. They will still try to test your strength. And usually when something traumatic happens, like again, you have to armor up. You have to like really pull yourself back up again because you don't want trauma to escalate and just kind of eliminate you. You want to tame it and find success in it because that's what forges the most successful people. I'm sorry, dude. I'm just built different now. Just way different. I still need to catch the flow state, the workaholic state. My body can still get in trouble. Like I'm just fucking diarrhea in a diarrhea stage, apparently. I just woke up and I'm like, oh shit, I guess I have diarrhea now. Fuck me. You just never know when you're gonna feel bad, when just you're gonna be out of shape, when your tiredness is justified. The best thing you can do is just follow your emotions. What your body's telling you should generally be regarded as true, right? There's just no way you can lie. Your body can lie to you. How many times can you call yourself lazy when you're just like literally physically incapable of doing something? It's messed up, man. Like, the way to know if you're lazy or you're just tired, just go to bed. Then you will actually not go to sleep. But just stay in bed and just like do your thing. Do your thing in bed. And then if you fall asleep and like that's what happened, it's like, well, there was nothing I can do. There was nothing I can do. Even sleeping can be traumatizing if you do it in the wrong way. Everything can be traumatizing. That's why you have to process it so you do it the right way. That's it. That's the whole point. So you have the better mindset, not the bulldog mindset. There's no definition of a mindset, just better. Okay? Your mindset. It's the only thing that works. I actually borrow my mindset from a dog, a specific breed of dog, actually. Yeah, the one that's barking and looking menacing and stuff. Like, Jesus Christ, man. I'm traumatized already. I got traumatized just by someone's channel's name. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? This is the shit that like, even though it is preferable behavior that is popular right now, man, People prefer some bullshit things, don't they? I propose a change. How about a change to the whole idea of preferable behavior? Just let's add one thing. By smart people. That changes everything. Okay, how about we prefer behavior from smart people? Yes, this is why we have Eurovision. There's the judge, the jury basically voting, and then there's the public voting. Now, is the jury good at voting for good songs? No, but the sentiment is there. All right, it's universally preferable by smart people. So for the first time, we will do something different. We will actually elect people based on their skills to be smart. Okay, like the most obvious skill of all time. Because universally preferable, you can see it. The internet is wide open. Anything happens on the internet, and usually it's the most frustrating thing, the most worthless thing, and the most outdated thing, because people can only talk about the new thing. They just immediately forget the history. You know, they don't get traumatized by history. Why would they do that? They don't have time for that shit. I'm still traumatized that YouTube Rewind doesn't exist. Man, fuck this. Bring it back. That should have not been banned and died from COVID. Okay, so Stefan Molyneux wasn't the only one. YouTube Rewind itself died. It was sacrificed. So, don't worry about it. You're not that special, Stefan. You're not that special. What I just watched is also traumatized. I feel like the internet is a trauma generator. Not the opposite. Literally the entire internet is a trauma generator. Almost like most of it. And 50-50 you're gonna get. Like if you're searching for something, you're gonna get trauma. If you just receive information randomly, it's probably gonna be kind of harmless. Almost. If you're prepared in any way to face information, is trauma. Because like this, there's no commentary in it, and people watched it more than the subscriber capacity. So what is it? It's degeneracy. It's not preferable behavior. I don't prefer this to be popular at all. It makes no sense. But the preferable behavior is to like get us small amount of watch time on something that you don't really care about, you know. So you can already, I guess, be traumatized enough to not care anymore. I don't know. You search for something on the internet and you get the max vomit from all angles. If you are subscribed to people you actually like watching, you'll be fine. And actually, you know, now that applies. Whatever you like, if you keep it close, if you keep what you like close, then you're not gonna be exposed to all the fucking wild elements out there and preferable behavior. Stefan Molyneux, I don't want to be exposed by universally preferable behavior, because that shit's fucking stupid. Imagine that, right? And it's like, it's not his fault, he just doesn't know better. Just like it's not their fault for using polygons. They don't know better. That's the point. That's how I became genius, by processing the stupid shit. Seeing if there's an alternative method to the stupid shit. And this will not be the last time it happens. Right? It's not just from my side of things. I will also continue solving problems. But also from anyone else can do it, right? Anyone else can be me and actually solve real problems, right? Actually process the damn shit instead of just, you know, being the subject to whatever is out there. However the way of life is, you're just gonna be the subject. I'm sorry, that's fucked up. So in the end of the day, you almost like process information in order to take back control, I guess. But also to not feel inferior to the content that you're consuming. Because the yappers can make you feel inferior, can overwhelm you with the information that they know. But all they did is just open their mouth and let themselves speak their mind, right? That's it. And it's better to even do it without the script, because there's no strings attached. There's no work to be done, right? There's no post-processing. You do it all in one go, right? I actually think, yes, polygons do post-processing in a way. They have to rebuild their meshes. It's complicated, is it? Or it's known as loading. I mean, that's fucking evil. I can't believe that universally preferable behavior is lag instead of bad visuals, right? There's sometimes not even an ability for you to change settings. You just get lag and loading screens. There's nothing even you can do. There's not even options for that. You're downloading a 120 gigabytes game, and it's laggy and loady, basically. Like, what the fuck, man? And it's like people just accept that, because if you don't like it, just buy a better PC, okay? The funny thing is, just spend survival points. Then it gets really fucking toxic. If you don't like it, start spending survival. That's almost like a completely different advice, I would say. It's a whole different beast, like something that is very toxic. Like, it's already toxic when you just like say the same advice so many times. If it's a respectable coating, I guess I can still accept it as just a degenerate person who doesn't know what they're talking about. But when someone says leave the country, spend your survival points, now they're attacking you. Now they're actually attacking you. That's fucking next level, dude. Next level. No one should be driving you out of your own country because you're the part of the fucking country. You also dictate the rules of what it's all about. Like, in fact, if you're more influential, they should leave your country. The fucking idiots should leave your country. So, and that's more preferable. And I think that's more preferable by smart people, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be nice?
Time and energy.
Why is this guy traumatizing to me? Well, again, anyone who is popular is traumatizing to some extent, especially if their popularity is universally preferable behavior by stupid people. You just never know. And there's probably like another layer, another level up that you can make into the godlike mindset, okay? So, can we upgrade universally preferable behavior by smart people into something godlike? Because, yes, the council decides how you're supposed to live your life. What if you can crush it by, like, saying, chase for enlightenment? Not just self-improvement, enlightenment. Which would also include the behavior that makes you really happy, right? And almost actualized. All right, this is a whole word that I had to discover with this channel, right? That just is built on another word that's kind of triggering, I guess. But yeah, chase for enlightenment. Not only you will start processing your trauma with this, not only you will focus on yourself with this, universal preferable behavior by smart people, I mean, like, that's a mouthful, and that involves other people. It's not always available for you. Other people may not always be available, And if you truly think, if you're isolated in real life, there's still some kind of translation error of like, why is the internet so abundant of people, but your life is isolated? There's some kind of translation problem. It doesn't translate. Just because people are yapping on the internet doesn't make you less lonely. Something's wrong, right? So there's always something deeply wrong with the system, and enlightenment can just liberate you. When you know exactly what's going on, for example, then you can become as powerful as Mr. Beast if you know exactly how the algorithm works and how to tame it, right? If you're on the edge of your seat, fucking scrambling around exactly the rules of the algorithm, how to become the ultimate populist, ultimate universally preferable behavior by YouTube's algorithm, right? That's the whole point. To pose as like, well, he is universally preferred, the biggest YouTuber, so we cannot argue with that. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. That's the funny bit, right? On the basis of how I talk, there's the chase for enlightenment, where everything matters and you control every aspect of your life. Every single aspect matters. Everything can give you a little bit more freedom, a little bit more free time. And it's a whole different way of actually looking at the capitalism system in a way. Because we're all under the same umbrella, right? It doesn't even matter whether I'm godlike or not. I will still stay in the same umbrella. I think that's how it works. I think the real way it works, the umbrella looks like this. So again, there's the 4-dot system of self-improvement, the 4x4, but the umbrella looks like this, right? When you evolve in the system, and let me double check if that's what's going on. And the God is one person out of a whole billion of people. There's one God, like true God person. All right, that's the only person that can talk to God in the first place, basically, which is kind of insane. That the last umbrella is not even accessible. The social umbrella, socialism is not even accessible anymore. By normal people, you have to be like super duper ultra giga mega godlike super saiyan to access social umbrella right now. Okay. The way I interpret is 1433 with a 3 changing right now very rapidly. You can see the changes. So many changes are happening to this little 3 turning into a 4. We're going from capitalism to some kind of authorityism, just smart people-ism-ish, like educationism, bro. You can call it that. Whatever you want. The example is China. Just a reminder how it all works right now. And why is there a clock? There's a clock of humanity. Humanity's self-improving, is it not? It's supposed to. It's supposed to be slowly improving, slowly going forward towards something, towards some kind of perfection, right? Anyways, so capitalism is the umbrella that we live in. But what if you improve just a little bit? So all the NPCs, not a single NPC can actually escape the system. If you follow the path of NPC, and it sounds true, right? If it sounds very, very true, then it's probably that's how it works. The umbrella work. But also, the like low level people cannot escape the system either. I cannot escape the system. I have to understand it. I can just like understand it at a much deeper level. So you have like the depth, right? And then you have the access, I guess. access to greater resources, to higher level resources, right? You would say like you want both, but you don't want both. Depth is pretty good at negating access, because you unlock new pathways in life. You're no longer an NPC, you actually divorced certain depths, right? But this is where the access increases. You have access to more people. You have access to fucking love and compassion. That's a big one. Alright? Just getting access to people does not guarantee that they will like you. Then you have access to, love and compassion. Like it doesn't have to come directly from people, but it just amplifies. It's an amplifier. It's a multiplier. And the final multiplier is that you're in control. You have control. You have basic resources for the sake of control. Right? Controlling the situation and whatnot. Anyways. Basic shit. But what happens when I go here? All of a sudden, people start noticing you because you are turning into a celebrity. A notorious person. Right? But the notorious person still in a survival mode. It's just a different survival mode. Right? Now your reputation has to survive. You are now in the scrutiny level, and eventually I will hit this. I will breach into a new umbrella, which is still the same capitalism, just repackaged as reputation, corporatism, I don't know. It absolutely seems this way, because even from this angle, in order for me to breach higher level, I have to start hiring other people, right? I have to build a fucking pseudo business, pseudo relationships. So people, I recruit people who are helpful for the cause, right? I try to find people who are actually like genuinely influential and can handle a lot of pressure. It's like the ultimate elections. I'm trying to find superheroes, basically, who are capable of like actually withstanding a lot of self-improvement, right? And the moment I lead a superhero squad, I'm pretty fucking notorious. I already have reputation, right? There's no way I cannot hold anyone under my wing if I don't have reputation. I cannot like collaborate with other people who have reputation when I don't have reputation. That's the whole point, right? That's the point of why this is a whole different umbrella, right? It's a whole different level. But it's a level of operations that changes fundamentally, and then you start seeing of like, but why YouTubers earn money? In order to earn money as a YouTuber, you have to enter through here, and it's called 1,000 subscribers. And as you can tell, it's goddamn impossible. It's very, very difficult. Without losing your soul, I'm trying to like make the ultimate challenge. Without losing my soul, get 1,000 subscribers. Fucking nearly impossible. And all I'm gonna get is like a couple of dollars. You know? Be a homeless YouTuber. Still a good job to me. I don't know. If I can get a couple of dollars, that means I can fucking feed myself, right? Eat potato. Like, theoretically, obviously I live a much better life, and I must be very grateful for that. But theoretically, and by the way, the levels look like this, so you don't mix that up. The actual levels go like this. Alright, there's 7 of them. But this is the level of operation. It's a whole different concept. NPCs decided that they don't want to increase their level of operation. Ever. While I decided that I'm capable of increasing my level of operation all the way. All the way. I might be able to increase my level of operation all the way to the very top. To the level of operations that no one, not a single person can do. This level of operation. You know? Not anywhere near me, because it's 1 in a billion. Right? 1 in a billion means like you will never meet another person who does your thing. And the moment you meet that other person, it's like, wow. This will never happen again. This will never happen again, dude. I will never find unicorn. I am the unicorn. Right? But yeah, you breach into different levels of operation, and all of a sudden, this will start happening in my life if I dare to fucking level up, bro. Every single level up, every single change that happens in my life, level of operation changes immediately. All of a sudden now I have to know what the fuck business is, how to invest money, blah, blah, blah. All this bullshit is gonna be fucking yapping in my ear. And I'll have to survive that shit too. You know, you have no idea how much noise this is. If you thought this was noisy. I mean, noisy and scary. So, but the trauma processing tells me I deserve to go all the way deep. All right? I didn't lose a leg. All right? It's all like very human things. You don't have to lose a big chunk of your physical body to be fully traumatized. To be fully traumatized, I mean, just the fucking fact that you're born on a 3 when you are a thinker, just this fact alone will traumatize, will toss you around. And there's not even a way out. That's also a 3. So even if I level up, I will not escape the traumatizing reality. In fact, it's almost perfect. This is not gonna last. I'm going here. Just because I'm gonna be traumatized, it's another fucking 3, dude. For me, self-improvement is literally free. Literally handed to me just because I'm born. You know, I'm born to be Jesus, almost. Like, what the fuck is going on? This is that 100% Jesus. 100%, this is the Jesus right there. The person is so rare. That's the Jesus. That's whatever the fuck, whatever your biggest thing that you believe in, whatever you build religions upon, that's that guy. You know? That 1 in a billion guy right there. And bro, like, just the time flies. Like, I want to talk about all kinds of fucking things. No? Man, I can't wait to build like a puzzle-based card game. That would be fucking awesome. Maybe I should just do it. Although, I hate just doing things right now, but I probably should just do it. Whatever, guys. Maybe I should just do it. Well, I don't know. I processed just some random shit. I guess I showed you how it's done. But that's the thing. Processing trauma doesn't have a script. Whatever happens, happens. Whatever you say to yourself, right? You do research. You know, you try to scramble for information that helps. And right now you can talk to AI. You have all the tools. Start doing this thing, bro. This is the way you heal. Thank you guys for watching.